What's going on YouTube? It's Ted Carr here, and in this video I want to talk about why I started incorporating some cooked food into my diet and quote unquote quit the raw food diet. Now, I still eat a tremendous amount of raw foods. Most of my volume throughout the day comes from raw foods, whether it's a big smoothie or a big salad or a bunch of juice. I still love raw food. I still am a big proponent of raw food. I would still encourage you to eat a raw food diet if you so choose, if it's suitable for you and your goals, and it's suitable for where you're living, and suitable for just your style of life, right? You can live life however you want. And if you want to do it raw, by all means do it raw. I've done raw for the past decade and it's been amazing. I only recently started incorporating some cooked food for basically one reason and one reason only, and that is aesthetics. I just want to be bigger. I've had a difficult time keeping on weight on a raw food diet. I can do it, it can be done, but I just need to eat so much of the same food. It's like I just gotta eat so many bananas, so many dates, so many avocados in excess. And I just don't like having to eat so much freaking food all the time. It's a lot easier to just have a smaller bowl of dense cooked food rather than like multiple smoothies of just dates and bananas and a bunch of avocados. So yeah, is it possible to gain weight on raw food? Absolutely. Is it possible to maintain weight on raw food? Absolutely. But my goal is to get bigger. I want to be bigger and I want to be stronger. And it's possible to get bigger and stronger on raw food. It's just a lot more difficult. And the raw food diet, I don't think it's designed to help people get bigger and stronger. The raw food diet is fantastic for detox. It's fantastic for regenerating your skin and healing any issues you might be having, whether it's with your digestion, or whether it's with your emotions, or whether it's with your physical body at all. Like the raw food diet is the ultimate healer. And I look at cooked food as the builders. If you want to build up, I think cooked food is a way better option just because it's so much faster. There are other benefits of cooked food, which we'll talk about here, but the main benefit for me of cooked food is just that it allows me to maintain and gain weight so much quicker without worrying about losing the weight so quickly either. Because on raw food, like I struggled to gain the weight and I'd lose it very, very quickly. If I took a couple weeks off or I cut my calories a bit, it was just super easy for me to lose the weight. So yeah, that's the main reason. It's just aesthetics. There's nothing wrong with my health. There's nothing wrong with the raw food diet. There's nothing wrong with where I'm living in Canada. Nothing wrong with my access to it. Nothing wrong with how I was feeling. It's just I purely want to be bigger and stronger. And again, yes, it is possible to be bigger and stronger on raw, but it's just a lot easier on cooked. So that's the main reason. That's pretty much the only reason why I quit cooked and started incorporating some cooked foods quit raw and started incorporating cooked foods into my diet. The other benefits, though, that I love about the cooked food, or incorporating cooked food into my diet, I wouldn't say the cooked food diet, but another benefit I love about incorporating cooked food into my diet is that I love stocking up on stuff. Like, as much of a minimalist as I am, as much as I love to not own anything, I just like to have my backpack and my laptop. I love the fact that I can stock up on cooked food like quinoa and buckwheat and squash, and that stuff's gonna last months. Like, I don't need to leave the house. I'm a bit of a hermit. I do get out. I do go for walks. I do go for runs. I do go to the farmer's market. I do go to the gym. I do get out from time to time for sure. But I love being able to just stay at home and just work, and stay at home and just hang out. Like, I love my house. I love my neighborhood. I hate having to go run and do errands and chores all the time. And with raw food, one of the downsides for sure, unless you're living really close to a farmer's market or unless you're getting stuff delivered, is you're always having to go and get fresh fruit. Which is, I mean, some people love it. Some people love grocery shopping, but I'm not a fan of having to go out and do things like that. I love the fact that with cooked food, I can just buy it in bulk. I can go to nuts.com and get a bunch of boxes here from nuts.com. Buy a 25-pound bag of quinoa for the best price on the whole internet. Buy a 25-pound bag of buckwheat. Buy a 25-pound bag of millet. And then go to the farmer's market and then buy a bunch of pumpkins and acorn squashes and spaghetti squashes and a bunch of cool squashes, and then go to the other farmer's market here and get like yams and sweet potatoes and load up on them for a really, really good price as well. That's another benefit too. It's just like a lot lower cost. Yes, I can afford raw food for sure, but a lot of people out there can't afford raw food, and it is nice to save some money too. So I think for all the money I've saved from buying cooked food in bulk, it's cheaper to buy cooked food in general, but if you buy it in bulk, it's even cheaper. It's like stupid cheap. Like, I look at this as free food. Like a meal can cost me like $4 or $5 now, like a big meal, $4 or $5, because I bought everything in bulk. So that's really cool. But I think all the money I've saved from buying this cooked food, I've probably spent it on fresh durian. So it's kind of evened out. But something interesting about that, and the durian has been for Kara, not me. So Kara's been getting some durian. And you can buy like a week's worth of food for the price of like one durian. So durian's like $30. And you can buy just like tons and tons of yams and sweet potatoes for like 50 cents a pound. And then you go and buy durian and it's like $10 a pound. So it's like a 3-pound durian's like $30, and you can get like a week's worth of yams and sweet potatoes for that price at 50 cents a pound. So it kind of evens out the money I'm saving with buying cooked. I'm spending it on durian. So there's that. But I thought that I would feel worse eating cooked food. So I was very, very hesitant to do this in the first place. I put it off for the longest time. But then I just went for it. And I think the simpler I eat, like the simpler my meals, the less ingredients in my meals, the better I feel, for sure. So if it's just a big bowl of quinoa, I feel amazing. If it's just a big bowl of yams and sweet potatoes, I feel amazing. If a bunch of stuff is mixed together, it makes for a good picture on Instagram, for sure. But digestion-wise, it's always best to mono meal. Whether you're mono mealing with fruit or mono mealing with cooked food, the simpler the meal, the better. And you definitely don't want to be mixing fat with carbohydrates. People say, oh, you can mix fat and carbs, like, you know, avocado and yams, sweet potatoes. No, you definitely don't want to do that, whether you're eating raw or whether you're eating cooked. But yeah, I'm surprised that I don't feel like crap. I thought I'd be like eating a bunch and be sedated and be like useless. But I'm actually very, very productive still. And I think that's because I'm doing intermittent fasting, eating between 12 and 4, or I'm eating between like 4 and 8 p.m. So I go all day long, and then at 4 o'clock I finally eat, and I'll eat as much as I bloody well want until about 8 p.m. and then go to bed. So I do a 4-hour eating window, usually most days, and I think that's been a big help for my digestion and just feeling better overall. But that's pretty much it. There are some other benefits to cooked, but those are the main ones. And there are way more benefits to eating raw, by the way. But there are a few benefits to cook that you just can't get from raw. And one of them, like I said, is just being able to maintain weight and gain weight so much quicker. And the other big one is, I mean, the cost is so much less on cooked food. And the other one is that you can just stock up and you don't have to think about it. It's just like the feeling of like, I've got food that's going to last me like another like 6 months or so. Like that feels really, really good. So I do like that. And then of course, another little side benefit bonus is that, when you eat it, you know, you get, and this doesn't really affect me here, but it might affect some people somewhere. It doesn't really affect me here because my house is nice and warm. I dress warm anyway. But when you eat cooked food, as fresh cooked food, not leftover cooked food from the fridge, but like fresh cooked food that's just been cooked, it leaves you feeling really, really warm. Like after every meal, after every dinner, I take my hoodie off, I take my shirt off, and I'm just like walking around the house with my shirt off. Whereas Kara, she's having, you know, raw food salads and juices and smoothies and ice cream, and she's freaking freezing. She's always bundled up like super, super cold, and she wants to get away to Panama. So we're going to Panama in a few days time. But yeah, it just I think that there are, like I said, there are way more benefits to raw food. I did a video in the past called like 20 benefits of raw food diet, and I don't think I could come up with 20 benefits of cooked food unless I was like really creative with some of the things I was thinking of. But I don't think there are 20 benefits of cooked food. But yeah, I feel great on it. I feel awesome, and I'll make more videos on it soon. If you want the full video where I announce what I'm eating and how I'm eating, I'll put the link in the description for that, and you can find out exactly, you know, when I did it, why I did it, and what I plan on eating, and all that sort of stuff. So that's it for now. All right, peace out, much love, adios. See you at the Canada Vegan Festival.